Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to episode 11 now of the Internationalist podcast. We're into our second decade now.
We're hitting the big leagues now.
We are
seriously. We haven't got our funding cut yet. This is good.
We made it to episode 10 and now past episode 10 without saying anything so outrageous and offensive that we can no longer post these. I think we've done a really solid job, especially because we speak harshly about some places and their people.
Wait until we start applying for visas and they cite this podcast as why we can't have a visa.
Yep.
That'll be how we know we've made it and how we know we'll get renewed for a second season.
Good thing we're not going to France or America because we wouldn't get let in.
I believe we are going to France.
Well, yeah, but we don't need a visa for it.
Yes, luckily that they don't review it.
Fortunately for us. Also fortunate for us that we're only spending a couple of days there because, I mean, even in my opinion, a couple of days is too long. But before we offend any other people, mate, how are you doing? How's the week been?
We're doing rather well. It's all coming to a head. We had a big week when everyone's been watching this or listening to this, but it's all coming together. We're not far off departure now, and it's starting to feel more real. We're back in the office. We're inside. It's where business is conducted.
It is where business is conducted, and you're right. What are we? 5-6 weeks out?
Yeah,
6.
And for the viewers, we're getting you back next week. We're going to be in the same spot.
Oh, no, not next episode.
Oh, in a couple of weeks.
Unlucky episode 13, I will be back in person. We won't have this. The audio will be much better because we'll just be going off the one device.
Yep.
We'll be able to speak without having to wait to see if there's a delay coming in. It'll be fantastic. I'm excited for it. Might be lucky number 13 for us.
Hey, my cricket jersey is 13. I always thought that it's a lucky number, not an unlucky number.
My first ever football number on the back of my kit was 13.
Yeah, hey, I got to say, like, even my rep jerseys, I always specifically asked 13. And people were always like, sure, have it, mate. It's unlucky.
Yeah, no one wants it, but I had it. Served me well. 2 years on the bounce, actually. So I can't complain on that front. But before I do end up coming back, I do have the 38, 40-hour drive, however many hours it is, back down to Melbourne, heading towards the cold, which will be nice because last time, the further up I got, the hotter it got and the less pleasant it was. So this time, the back of the car might remain at a reasonable temperature overnight instead of ending up being about 35.
If only. I guess that's the dream. But
yeah, it is.
Should be pretty easy going for some dude who's in an American t-shirt on an Australian podcast.
I am in an American t-shirt. It's a good t-shirt. This is one of my favourite t-shirts. I put it on the
dog. Did you get it from the op shop?
No, I got it from
the American Reject Shop.
I paid too much money for this, I think I paid like $45, $50 for it from Rebel or something like that.
You got robbed in broad daylight.
Yeah. And it's like a 4XL as well, so it just doesn't fit me at all. But hey ho.
American side.
It's enjoyable.
Probably
what
got
shirt are you wearing? I can't see what shirt you've got.
I'm just wearing a plain blue shirt.
That's a lie.
It's a plain blue shirt.
Show us. Come on. Show the viewers want to see, mate. The viewers want to see.
Blue emblem there.
There's a little emblem there.
Is it? Yeah. Where are they from again? Remind me.
Not America.
I actually don't know where they're from, to be honest. Yeah.
We're going to have to get a check on this. Yeah. I think it was made in the finest Pakistani production line possible.
Let's see with this one. But here's a great game, boys. Have a guess where my shirt's made.
Vietnam.
Wrong. Pork.
Oh, it's going to be Bangladesh or something.
Thailand.
Pakistan.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, no, unfortunately, your shirt is from straight out of New York as well, actually.
There you go then.
So we're going to take an interlude while I go change.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Me
no,
too.
this is a knockoff. This is a knockoff made in China, mate.
Well, mine's
It's
made in
TH.
Pakistan, so
Yeah,
it
going
doesn't
with that
really
luxury.
matter. It doesn't really matter the brand on it. It's made in Pakistan. I've got a Pakistani shirt on.
Well known for their New York Yankee baseball team.
They are. They won the Pakistani World Series a while ago. I heard
The World Series, just the World Series. They're the world's best.
Yeah, but it was the Pakistani World Series. Let's not get confused here.
That's I'm sure.
Obviously.
Anyway, before there's too much more waffle, Port, what have you got for us today?
We're actually we did this little piece a couple weeks ago, and it involved Millsy taking us through the ins and outs of a country of his choice, and it involved a lot of talk about chocolate milk. I don't know if we actually have a name for this yet, but I've called it the spiel.
I think it should be like the chocolate milk review. It should be a board.
Okay.
Anyway.
Millsy's milk.
You've got all of these lined up, don't you?
Porky's bit. Millsy's milk. Mate, I'm all over these segment ideas.
So, this week, we're going to go with Denmark as the chocolate milk review for the week. First of all, their chocolate milk tastes like they melt their chocolate and then it's milk. So it's way thicker. It's like the Ghanaian. It's on the same standard. We're starting off with 2 strong chocolate milks here. It's real milk mixed with real melted chocolate and then put in the fridge. Like, it's kind of what you'd think of if you're 5 and you're making chocolate milk. You'd be like,
it's chocolate and it's milk.
Yeah. Awesome. Didn't have a single miss. I had 3 different brands whilst I was there. They're local and 2 at cafes. Highly recommend. They got a good chocolate milk production country, Denmark.
Do they do the thing? Because when we went to Vietnam, you see a lot of like the chocolate milk, and it's chocolate milk, but it's always like chocolate hazelnut milk. Do they go down that path as well, or do they stick to the straight and narrow chocolate milk?
Danish are straight shooters. You know, you drop your beanie at the airport, someone's going to tell you. They're not going to take it. They're straight shooters, just chocolate.
Good.
You know, you can get chocolate milk at the airport, at the cafes, in the supermarkets. They're a well-rounded chocolate milk nation. Highly recommend Denmark to visit if you're seeking chocolate milk and you can't get to Ghana.
So would you put, if we're doing a ranking system here?
We're going to rank milk.
If we rank the milks, or do you want to do it on a scale out of, scale of 1 to 10, or do you want to give it a ranking system?
Top Gear lap time schedule here. We're going to have a list.
Okay.
It's going to be G Oil, specifically G Oil Ghana chocolate milk. And now this week, because it's not as good, it's going to be Danish chocolate milk.
Okay. So the Ghanaians are currently leading the race for the world's best chocolate milk.
Yeah. And this is going to be a long list. This is going to be a good list. We've had a lot of chocolate milk.
Yeah. Well, look, while we're on it, as a sort of reference point for some of our viewers, who are, I think we have a majority Australian listeners and viewers. So give us an Australian ranking as well, just for a benchmark for understanding.
All right, we got Big M chocolate milk, which I dare say is pretty universal in Australia.
Are you a Big M or are you an Oak man?
I will do Big M and Oak for reference. So yeah, they're both 3rd and 4th right now.
Okay. Which Big M 3rd or?
Big M's 3rd, Oak would be 4th. They take, if you drink Australian chocolate milk and then like Danish or Ghanaian chocolate milk, you're going to think that we're getting sold like watered down milk.
Oh, so it's just rich.
It's way richer, but it's smooth and thick and the superlatives.
I like it. I'm keen to try some of these. I'm keen to take Millsy's milk recommendations here. So when we do hit Denmark, I'm keen for it.
We'll start doing milk expeditions. Like, we'll take people on like a 20-day tour of 20 countries to try their milk. Yeah.
Flying to Denmark for chocolate milk. Look, someone's going to have to do it at some point. And seeing as by the sounds of it, you're a bit of a milk expert. I think
It's
you
my
know it,
duty.
it's gonna. Yeah, it is. It is. It's gonna have to be you, and there you go.
And
Oh,
is there
mate,
any other
see that-
positives about Denmark other than their milk?
Oh, so as a country, great people. I got to say, hi. This is going to sound kind of bad, but English language, very well spoken there. They speak it a lot better than I do. Public transport system, awesome in the capitals and in Copenhagen and in the suburbs. Really great. It is a bit pricey. I do have to warn people. Like my pub fee did cost me 96 Australian dollars with 2 beers. And it wasn't anything like special. Like it was like literally pork, potatoes, roast vegetables. Don't get me wrong, it was really nice.
It's
But I
just not
just
necessary.
distinctly
Is it?
remember it being $96 and me being like, I don't mind, but you know,
Yeah,
where?
yeah. Show me how this costs $96.
Like it was German beer, so I was like, all right, so this is like $2 a beer. Why was there $94 of food on my plate? But
Maybe-
Christmas market, awesome. Go at Christmas, it's awesome. Copenhagen's a great city at Christmas. Doesn't get too cold. You can go say hi to your fellow Australian Queen Mary now. You can go wave, and she won't wave back because she won't be there.
Well, no. So to summarise, great country, good milk. Don't go to the pub.
Yeah, just drink chocolate milk.
It's not a bad substitute, to be fair.
It's an economic
It
decision.
doesn't hit. It doesn't hit quite the same. It doesn't serve they play in different leagues, chocolate milk and beer. But for the greater good of your back pocket, you gotta make sacrifices now and again.
Well, you're not going to go out and have 10 beers because you'll probably have to take out a loan.
Right,
So
but you
chocolate
could go out and have 10
milk.
chocolate milks.
With great ease.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, which do you reckon if you're going and you go right, 10 pints, 10 chocolate milks, which do you reckon has the worst effect on your body?
10 chocolate milks. Like, think about it. When was the last time you drank 5 litres of chocolate milk in a sitting? In
I
like
don't remember the
3
last time
hours?
I had 500 mils of chocolate milk, honestly. I haven't had chocolate milk in a long time.
Normally, I cap out at about 2 litres in a sitting. Like, 5 is a bit excessive.
2 litres in a sitting. Just buy a tub of it and sit there and watch the cricket or something.
Yes, guilty as charged.
Fair enough. I can't really argue with that. The thing is, though, innit? If you were to sit there and you have 6 beers, that's 2 litres of beer, near enough.
Then it's not odd. But
No, it's not
apparently,
odd.
I'm the odd one for smacking down 2 litres of beer.
No, you're right. Let's normalise steaming through 5 litres of chocolate milk.
I agree.
Because if you can drink 18 beers, which some people can, some people can't, but if you can drink 18 beers, you're going to consume less volume if you drink 5 litres of chocolate milk. Or
Yes,
pretty
that's-
similar.
Yeah. Well, I guess this might be an investigation.
Yeah, maybe one day what we'll have to do is we'll have to sit down. Oh, this is a great idea. We'll sit down in front of some major sport event. Some of us can drink 5 litres of beer. Some of us can drink 5 litres of chocolate milk. We can see who's happier at the end of it, and we can also see who throws up first.
And the price difference.
And the
It's an
price
economic-
difference.
It's a travel-related
Exactly. There we go. Wow. The ideas flow here over in the
Look at
Internationalist.
this.
It's crazy.
All coming from a bit of chocolate milk. That's how we go.
Unbelievable. We owe that idea to the Danes, I guess.
Yep, no, Danes are winning today. Expensive food and chocolate milk.
Fantastic.
Anyway, moving along. Millsy, can you tell us what news you have for us this week?
I'm going first on news. So, we're an Australian-based show, so I'm going to give some Australian dollar-friendly travel news. So the Australian dollar's not looking that flash against the euro at the moment.
Oh, no, it's
61
not.
cents to the dollar. Last time I was left for Spain, it was at like 68. It was looking a lot nicer when I was doing transfers. But here's some destinations that are friendly to Australians still. So the Fijian dollar, nice and close. $1.47 to one of our dollars. And dinner sets you back 60 Fijian dollars. So like for two at a nice restaurant. So it's $45. That's the price you'd be paying for one person here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a friendly holiday start. If you want to go subcontinent, Sri Lanka, it's currently $1 to 204 Sri Lankan rupiah. And you would be happy to know if you want to catch the bus for a whole year, $2.45 Australian.
That's good.
You want to go out for dinner at a nice restaurant, $2.45 Australian. It's up to you if you want to get transport for a year or a meal. We took advantage of this actually. A couple more. Vietnamese dong, $1 to 16,000. Sorry, $1 to 16,000. And I think we can say firsthand, like food prices,
Get a lot.
they're low. You can.
I mean, what we were probably getting a meal for $2 something. What were those noodles? They're about 35,000.
Yeah, it was nothing.
$2, yeah, so $2 something. We were paying. Well, we were quite fortunate. Found a joint that had a deal on beers, but that was 6 for 66,000, which is pretty nuts. 60 something cents, 80 something cents a beer.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some destinations, man. That's for sure. Tell you what, because if we're speaking these prices, I went out for breakfast. Yeah, the other day for Mother's Day.
Good, you're up.
Big breakfast. $35. 35.
Did they make you lunch with it?
Do you know what? It was nice, but it weren't that impressive. It was like one piece of toast, but it was like that big, but it was cut in half. Singular piece of toast, 2 egg, 1 sausage, hash brown, beans, a singular mushroom, and a bit of bacon, and that was it.
That was what was on the menu.
It was don't get me wrong, it was a nice scram, but I just remember going like $35.
So if you saw that like next to a real estate board, if that big breakfast was on there, would you be like, yeah, I want to pay $35 for this meal? Like if it was a house, would you buy it?
No, not a chance. Not a chance. I only did it because I have a massive issue with going out and getting smashed avocado. And I was like, well, I'm not going to get avocado and eggs, am I?
You can't report that back.
Yeah, if I'm out, I'm getting a big hearty meal.
No, that's completely fair. Well, I do have some good news for you then.
Yes,
we
please.
will be in the Swedish and Norwegian areas, and the Aussie dollar is actually a 10-year high against the krona there. It's $1 to $7.
Okay, not bad.
It's looking up. Things are looking up in some places, not so good in others. But yeah, so I just think some positive news for the Australians. You know, maybe, I don't know, since we're going to Europe, I feel like we should encourage everyone to not go to Europe. So you guys should go to places which are more budget friendly.
But the thing is that they're out there. They're out there. I mean, our Vietnam trip, again, we keep coming back to it because it's something that we did recently. But that whole thing for a week, and we didn't stay in posh joints, but we didn't stay in not posh joints.
We were comfortable. We were very comfortable.
Absolutely, we were comfortable, and you know, it really was not that expensive. No. I think for a week, including flights return, we're probably talking what, 1,200? Yeah, maybe a little bit more. 1,200 to 1,500 for a week, including the flights and including a hotel room each.
Breakfast.
With breakfast included.
Around tours.
Yeah, for the week. Went on the tour, and that was 100, 200, something like that each.
Yeah, like we did a lot for not much.
Yeah, not a lot. There are definitely budget-friendly options.
$2 from one side of the city to the other.
Yeah,
Like it's not hard.
it was nothing.
Yeah, dirt cheap.
So,
And fantastic as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, that concludes my Australian-friendly news this week. I'll hand it over to you.
Well, I also have some Australian relative news. I need to find the exact cities on this because I looked it up just before. Let me do my due course, make sure I'm getting these facts right for you. So there has been,
Ballarat.
No, nothing to do with Ballarat, believe it or not. So I come back to, well, it's going to sound like this is my favourite airline. There's just a lot going wrong there. Qantas. Qantas. So 9 months ago, after COVID, I know COVID was over long before that, but 9 months ago, post-COVID, they opened up a flight route, post-COVID, from Sydney to Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
9 months down the track, I believe this news comes from like yesterday or today, so it's pretty fresh. They've cancelled it. You can no longer fly Sydney to Shanghai. Apparently,
Let me guess.
Yes.
Not profitable because the Chinese airlines that are flying for $400 return are beating them.
Well, no, apparently not. Like they just can't get the passengers for it. Yeah. So they've just completely stopped it. Not a particularly interesting piece of news, but it's strange that, as I say, I've brought up Qantas so many times over the last few weeks regarding just issues that they're having. And, this is a massive, massive, massive company. And they're still just having issue after issue after issue. They can't get bums on seats, but then because of their reward system, but then they change their reward system to get more bums on seats, which they can't do. But then they're having to put out more flights because the people in the rewards program are whinging that they can't get on the flights, but they
want.
Yeah. It's
someone's stuffing up.
Yeah, it's strange. There seems to be a major breakdown going on somewhere there. Which what was it, last week or the week before when we spoke about bonds are going under? Makes it an even bigger shame that that's happened, because now you're still forced to go for these big companies who can't get it right. The flights are expensive, and then they're not even going. The routes that some people might want to go, you can't go anymore. So we need to start an airline.
What are we going to call it? Like on time, or like planes, PP Airlines.
Qantas plus one.
I don't think we can do that.
PP Airlines coming into requesting permission to land.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. All of the flight numbers would have to be inappropriate abbreviations. The flight number would have to be
PP1NE3.
Yeah, or it'd have to be like BJ69 or something like that. You'd have to go completely wild. But reeling it back in a little bit, there has to be a way that there has to be someone out there who's willing to and has the resources to get something reliable going that's it's beneficial for everyone involved. I know Qantas, they make a lot of money. The reason that they're going to be unwilling to change a lot of things is because they want to continue to make a lot of money. But it just is a shame that travellers are suffering because of it. Yeah.
No, I agree. Australia's copping tough run with a bad domestic carrier.
Yeah. Nothing particularly interesting, but I saw it and I just thought to myself that we've seen a lot from them over the last few weeks, few months. We've seen a lot from them, and
hasn't been good.
No, it hasn't been. So, but what can you do? We don't fly with them.
No, we will not. Because that's for Queensland and Northern Territory Air Service people.
It is that, and we don't live there. I'm there now, but we don't live there.
There we go. We can start Victorian Airlines.
That flies to where? Melbourne to Avalon.
No. Only places named after Queen Victoria, like we do Victoria in South Africa, in Canada, in the UK. Like
Good. I like it.
Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. Like we'll just go to only places called Victoria.
Okay. I like it. We can play. We can dabble with that. So look, if you want to invest into Victoria Airways, please let us know. Send us a message. Where the idea is clearly there. You've heard it. There's no flaws to it. We have a business plan now as well. It's fly to places called Victoria.
We can expand. We could start doing kings named after kings. We could start doing Elizabeth. We could expand.
I guess so. Oh, we are ideas men today. Wow, unbelievable.
Is it time to try and get something on the scoreboard?
Oh, you did well last week.
I got a point last week.
I think you got like 6 out of 8 total last week, and you could have gotten 7.
Yeah, a combined 6 out of 8.
Yeah.
I got a point.
You did get a point.
Yeah. Because Baldy over here didn't understand the question. Because Pork asked it in a stupid way.
I didn't speak pork that question.
No. Anywho, I know what we're talking about. It's time for Porkipedia.
Porky's bits.
Intro after the intro.
We've got a real plethora of names going on here. Millsy's milk, Porky's bits. Christ.
All right. I need you to tell me the largest exporters of crustaceans.
Malaysia.
I feel like Australia is up there.
Australia will be up there. 100%.
I'm going to go with Australia. Because I know our lobsters and it's like world famous.
Mm.
Good guess. Unfortunately, no, it's Ecuador.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't getting that.
No, me neither.
No. Largest exporters of hand-woven rugs.
Turkey.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Turkey.
Right, Egypt.
Yeah.
Well done, Ethan. Beat him to the mark there. It was.
We're both on that. There's a few that you can go for, but like they're number one, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, largest exporters of cement, not the individual materials.
China.
Cement. Yeah, States.
Fair, good guess. This one is also Turkey.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, Omicron, the world's biggest cement manufacturer, is Turkish.
Well, that would explain a bit of that.
This is my issue with these questions sometimes. That's just their head office.
Hey, that's where it is. That's where it comes from.
No, we can't shoot him.
No, we can't. Not
if someone wants a more accurate question creation job, apply with him.
Paul, your job's been on the line for 11 episodes now.
Since the beginning. All right, largest importers of animal fat. When I read up about this, it was mostly for like cooking and stuff.
I'm gonna go India.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. I'll go China, but yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Blank shooting here.
Yeah, we're not doing well today. This is a regular episode.
Yeah, this is the norm.
Yeah.
All right, largest exporter of delivery trucks.
Japan.
Germany. We're just going big.
Oh, or could it be like Volvo, Sweden? Oh, I'll go Japan.
Could be.
Okay. It's
I'm gonna stick with
Mexico.
Germany. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm not going to go into why it makes
Yeah,
sense.
me
It
too.
makes sense.
But I thought they would buy, somewhere else.
Yeah, surely you'd want it. You'd want an American register.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving on.
Based off the recent answers, don't go with your gut. All right, largest importers.
But that's not right because my gut said Turkey and that was right.
Okay, well,
same.
Based off what was it, the third one? Go with the same kind of.
What's the question?
As the first,
You've got to think like pork.
Yeah, think like me. All right, largest importers of bitumen and asphalt. So who's building roads?
Well, China builds roads. And a lot of them.
Is that what you're going to go with?
Well, I think Boral's the largest company in that sector.
Importers.
Yes.
So they're not producing it.
Largest importer.
See, I've got England in my head, but I don't know because they do a lot of roadie works because they have to keep doing them because they're pretty shy.
Well, that would be out Australia then as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Germany.
I'm going to go with England.
Egypt.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
just a poor performance. How many have we got left, Paul?
This is a massive.
You got 2 left. You're 0 from 6.
No,
okay.
1.
No,
sorry,
I got
1.
1.
Sorry, 1 from 6.
So it's a massacre.
Largest exporters of horses.
Sweden.
I don't know. It's like we got the Brumby wild horse export. America.
Not just like big racing horses, like I think it said like what is it, asses?
Pack horses,
like
mules,
ponies, whatever they are.
Let's go with Mexico.
Oh, that's a fair answer. I'll stick with mine.
It's the UK.
See, I have an issue. The UK is not a country.
Okay, well, if you answered any of the countries in the UK, I would have given it to you.
We weren't close either way, but it's not.
And in future, it will also be the same.
Oh.
Okay, so you never have any questions that are going to be Wales, England, Scotland, or Ireland.
No, or no. If it tells me Ireland, I'll just write UK.
Oh.
Okay.
Largest exporters of collector's items. I've got a little summary if you want more specific.
I feel like this has to be Japan. They've got some weird collection.
Japan
Korea
would definitely be up there. Yeah, I feel like
Japan.
Like
Asian,
less modern stuff you're looking at.
See, Japan could still be up there. Vietnam potentially.
I'm just going to sit with Japan, even though I assume it's going to be like maybe European. Oh, I don't know.
That's not a bad assumption.
Like
Italy
or France or something. I don't know.
I'm going to go for Vietnam.
Okay. This one was also the UK.
Oh, a lot of empire shit. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Well,
this was a horrible week.
Terrible showing, but I won. I won this week.
You did. That's your first week.
Yeah.
I got
one by beating me to Turkey.
only because I said it quicker because we both knew the answer.
Oh, well, Millsy heard it first, actually.
Yeah, that's technically true.
So,
because I get a fraction of delay when he says it because it comes through the meeting. So I was El Rapido, mate.
Well, on that horrible showing and terrible disappointment, we'll read some Wikipedia pages in between weeks to not let down the audience next week. But thank you all for joining us on a rather successful episode 11 up until that point. And we will see you in episode 12 this time next week.
We will. Thank you very much. Goodbye.